Okay, hopefully so far so good. We know already that we have the pixel dimensions at the top for web design, for Adobe Dreamweaver, for WordPress, and so on. And then we have the document size below that, again, for print design, Adobe InDesign, and brochures, and things like this. Now, the next thing that I want to address, and this is an area that really causes a lot of confusion, but I want to give it to you straight here, is this whole idea of DPI, dots per inch, and the measurement of resolution and things like this. There's a lot of confusion about this, so I really want to try and lay it out here for you. A lot of times what people will do, even professional Photoshop users, they'll come into this dialog box and they'll look at the resolution down inside the resolution field there, and they'll say, oh, you have a 300 DPI image. Well, no, you don't, because there are 3 different units of measurement that are used to measure resolution. We have PPI, pixels per inch, DPI, dots per inch, and there's a third one, LPI, which you may have heard of, lines per inch. So PPI, DPI, and LPI. A lot of people, most people, confuse pixels per inch with dots per inch. And we're talking apples and oranges, completely different. So if you're taking notes, you might want to scribble this out here. Pixels per inch, or PPI, is a unit of measurement on screen. It's a unit of measurement used by software. So in other words, Photoshop uses pixels per inch, right? So I don't have a 300 DPI image. I have a 300 PPI image. Again, apples and oranges, right? We may as well be comparing mangoes with jetliners. They're completely different, right? And notice here there's a handy drop-down menu, but it only gives you pixels per centimeter, so which you don't want to use. So stick with the pixels per inch. So pixels per inch is a unit of measurement on screen that's used by software. That's the deal. What's the deal then with DPI? Well, DPI is a unit of measurement for desktop printers. Desktop printers and desktop scanners. So what I would say is the printer that you have at home, the desktop scanner that you have at home, they're going to measure resolution in dots per inch, or DPI. And then finally, LPI, that's a unit of measurement in professional printing. So if I take my InDesign brochure and I send it to a service vendor and they're going to print off 5,000 or 10,000 copies, they're going to put it on a big printing press, that resolution for my graphics in that world is measured in LPI. I hope that makes sense. And really at this point in the game, all you need to know is that 72 pixels per inch is the standard unit of measurement for anything on screen. So if you're using Photoshop for web design, you really don't want to create any images larger than 72 PPI, or pixels per inch. When you are creating something for the world of print design, again, our fictitious brochure that I keep coming back to, it's going to look awesome. We want to make sure that our images are at least 300 pixels per inch, possibly higher. In that situation, you'd probably want to talk to your service vendor or whoever's actually going to be printing out your documents. Okay, so I hope that works for you. I hope it's pretty straightforward. You may want to watch the video over again. But again, that's a breakdown of dots per inch, DPI, pixels per inch, PPI, and the third guy there, lines per inch, or LPI.